Namaste everyone. Anyone has any question, any doubt? Reality is this silence. Beyond reality, there is always doubt. Yes, Edward?
Thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, Edward.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, how are you?
Okay. I'm fine. Thank you very much. How are you?
Very good.
So, this is like a piece of a large. I've not asked any questions here. I've only been around for about 3 weeks here with this your group, and so I have a question that's rather complicated. But I'm trying to tease it out a little bit, and I'll ask this one. I believe I've read or heard in some places reference being made to the self or experience of the self being you're either in the self or you're not in the self. That would lead me to believe that there is no, if one is moving from a place of glimpsing, no, a place of the mind, starting your practice or whatever it is you're doing to, one is doing to enter the self, and that there's no in between. And it seems that there are definite glimpses, but maybe I'm not glimpsing the self or the light of the self, let's put it. Is that true?
I don't know what the question is.
The question is it possible to have a glimpse as we're moving from a place of the mind and doing our practice, getting a connection with the I, and then perhaps a deeper connection with the I, experience of the I. But then it seems that there is a glimpse of something that is stable and permanent. But in things that I've read and listened to, that would say, no, you're either in the self or you're not in the self. So is that true?
What do you mean by I, self, glimpses? What do you mean? What is your perception about it? Have you had any experience of it?
I feel I have.
Okay, so tell me about your experience.
Well, it may start out very, very mental, or it may go to a deeper sense experience of the I, which is a part where there's like, it's always been there. It just connects with my whole being. Sometimes it doesn't connect with, sometimes it does seem more in the head. But then, just like the books say, it moves into the heart space, and then there's an expansion from there to include everything. I mean, literally, everything. But then there's still the mind there, the mental aspect that is, what is this all about? Or can I go deeper and that kind of thing? But all the time, and it seems that when I tune in, that expansive awareness is always there. But
if it's always there, then there's no question of coming and going. The mind comes and goes. Mind comes when we are awake with thoughts. When we are so much abiding in awareness, then we have no perception of mind or thoughts. Even the word, even the beings. So, self is always there, mind comes and goes. And you are perceiving self, which you are saying is everything. So, where is coming and going?
sorry,
Where is any
the last
coming
thing
or
you said,
going?
did you ask me a question? I believe you asked me a question. Did you ask me where is coming and going?
I'm not saying any question, I'm just saying a statement. If that self, which is everything, is perceived by you, whether it is perceived in a very profound way or a less way, when the traffic of mind is too much, then you don't perceive that much, and when the traffic of mind is not there, it is perceived. We say it is perceived, but it is us. In satsang, when we start, I have no intention to talk or say something because you can't say anything about it. Silence is the only true language of what we are. When we are in deep sleep, there is no mind, and there is no word, and there is no ego. There's nothing there. But in that nothingness, we are not aware of ourselves, that pure self. So we have no awareness. But take that as a point in that when there is no mind, no word, nothing. But the perceiver is there. Just awareness, not to see anything. Sometimes we use terms which are not appropriate, like we say sometimes witness, but witness doesn't mean that we will be witnessing all the things in this world. We are still witnessing all the things in this world. Awareness is not witnessing, it is. Sometimes people say, I am everything. But in awareness, there is nothing. Mind is projecting everything around us. Awareness is. Whether things are there or not, awareness is. Things are changing, things come and go. In things means your mind, your emotions, your internal happening and also external happening. Whatever mind is showing us, projecting, is things. But awareness is, it never comes and goes. But when the mind is too busy with thoughts, or we are busy with mind, we lose awareness of awareness. But it never goes away anywhere. So I think, Edward, what you're saying, or what you're experiencing, it's all okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's the way it is. This is what it is. The mind can say, no, can I go deeper? Can I do this? These thoughts, because who can satisfy mind? You cannot satisfy mind, but you can merge this mind in this awareness, and it happens. Sometimes you say there is only, it's everything, everywhere. But the mind calls it glimpses. Mind behaves as if it is there all the time, and self comes and goes. As I was explaining the other day, I know people who go in deep samadhi and they have no experience of word during that period. Or you can say they go into that trance. If you ask them, they have no experience of self also at that time, like they are completely vanished from the mind structure. But the problem is that because we have not done this in natural state, when the mind comes, it says, oh, it was profound bliss. I was in that. I was in self. So mind reports for a thing in which it was not present. So it's a fake experience of mind. Mind enjoys its own absence in a way and calls it bliss. But we are bliss. It is our habit to take all the suggestions from mind, and mind is nothing but these ongoing thoughts. We trust our mind, our thoughts more than ourselves, because our association is very, very long and we don't know any other way of approval of things. That is why when mind says people really like you, you feel good. When it says everyone dislikes you, you feel bad. Mind plays tricks on us. We all listen to mind. If we don't listen to mind, then we are free, isn't it? So what you are saying is true. But you don't go anywhere. You are always there. Sometimes the mind is there, sometimes mind is not there. Awareness never goes away.
Thank you.
Thank you. De-identify yourself from mind. Self-inquiry is the way to de-identify from mind. When we say I, we mean I am this body and mind. We speak all the time on behalf of this body and our thoughts. And this is the way we interact with anyone, everyone in this world. All our life. We never question this I. So Bhagavan has said this notion is wrong. I am the body idea. If I am the body idea stays, there is no chance of any liberation whatsoever. Even with glimpses, we don't learn. We still go with what is there most of the time, our mind, our thoughts, our body, because this is real, this looks real to us. I have a body and I am this, and then there are other people around me. And it is my thoughts, my personal life. That is why even in seekers in spirituality, so many people want to talk one-to-one. They say it is personal. I have to say, what we are is impersonal. What truly we are is impersonal. When you realize self, you cannot keep it personal. Your next door neighbor whom you hate, he will also realize the same self. He will say he knows the self. You know the self. It's the same self. There's nothing personal about it. What we are living our life with this I am the body idea is personal. Individual, which is from the head to the toe, is personal. You can keep it personal and it will stay personal forever. But a jnani comes, a teacher comes, and you want to end suffering of this body mind. Then he tells you to ask this question, who am I? This looks very absurd to most of the people because they don't want to ask like this. They think they know 100% they are this body mind, but they have some issues of body, some issues of mind. They go to teacher to fix those issues. So that's why there are millions of teachers who only fix these issues or at least try to help decrease these issues. And it works both ways. You are also not free. So you will be regular customers also. Because you will have then another problem, then another time you will go. So their business continues. And you also have faith because he gave you a technique to fix this problem right now. By some technique. which helped. But the bondage continues. Freedom is not in anyone's hand. Freedom is in your hand if you are ready for it. I had a big misconception before that people want liberation. People don't want liberation. People want to fix their issues. That's all. That's why they come to spirituality. Most of the people. Now, someone has just written a message. It's a long message. I'll try to read. This message is from some S. Muttu Gold. Arunachala Shiva. I am facing nerve compression issue near right ear from the right neck area. Type 2 diabetic. More dream activities are running during sleep. No deep sleep, facing a sleep disorder. When I start do the self-inquiry, feeling the nerve tightness in the forehead area, can I continue to do self-inquiry, really praying Bhagavan to come out of this issue? I seek Dr. Sanjay Anna answer. Kindly help me. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arunachala Ramanaya. This is a good example, this message which someone has posted. Because I'm not clear from this message whether this person wants these all health issues to go away. Definitely yes. Otherwise, why someone will put their health issues on it? And the second thing is the self-inquiry to get rid of these health issues. I will say no. Fix these health issues first. See a doctor, see a psychiatrist, take treatment, get it fixed. When these things are less, then only you can do self-inquiry. You can't do self-inquiry when your message starts with list of diseases. Your mind is fully occupied with your mental health issues and bodily issues. Best would be to fix these problems first. At least get some relief in these things. Otherwise, how would you do self-inquiry? Self-inquiry method is for someone who is already sorted out, not someone whose life is complex. So many people come, they have made their life mess, and then they want to do self-inquiry. Pick up some simple technique first. Start living a simple life. Give up complexity of your mind. Do some charity. Live for others. Not me, my, I. All the time thinking about myself, my body, my pain, my mental health, my enemies, my job. First, get rid of this my at some level. Go out, help others, do some charity, think of others around you, not about yourself always. Then pick up some practice, some pranayam, some sattvic food, some regulation in your life, getting up early morning, Brahmurat. Trying to believe in some power by name or by an idol or by some devotion. Read a scripture which can make you understand what life is. Change your lifestyle. Follow some yam niyam as told by Patanjali. Spend some time in discipline, at least for few years. Do some japa, go deeper. When the mind is concentrated by doing these activities, then probably it might be ready for self-inquiry. Because what is self-inquiry? Self-inquiry is, you do self-inquiry when you are all over the place. Who am I? Nothing will happen. But someone whose mind is strong, single-pointed, with all devotion and humility, asking once, who am I? It will merge in the source. But when you have self-doubt, everything, you have so much of identity with body, how will it happen? Bhagavan's method is the last you can say stage, or last thing left in the whole process. It's not the first. I call it first and direct path if you're ready. But if not, then we all know where we are. No one else has to tell us. Type of thoughts we get, the way we behave in society. Do you put everyone first and then yourself you don't even count? Or you put yourself first? Sometimes we keep us last, put others first. But that also can be to boost our ego. That look, I sacrifice for everyone. I'm so nice. Even on the path of spirituality, we meet people, they start with this. I have lived this life for others, I have always done sacrifices and this and that, and then after 5 minutes their spiritual question comes. But there is no need for any spiritual question or answer. There's already so much ego. There's no space to move forward. What question would you ask? And what answer would satisfy you? If you're full of ego up to the brim, body will have diseases, body will age, and body will die. Body will have pain. Our identification with body is the only cause of suffering, not the bodily diseases. I don't know, someone has put their name as iPhone. Can you change your name so I can unmute you? Please put your real names so we all know that who is that person. Or you can say your name.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know how to change it. My name is Faris Demiri.
Sorry, what's your
Uh,
name? Ali?
Faris.
Hello, Aris. How are you?
Good. Uh, your videos popped up, so I don't really know what to ask. I had a few questions, but just since a young age, seems like things have just been happening, and you're sort of just watching, and it's a little I don't know, nerve-wracking. I guess. I guess the question is, does sometimes, even without inquiry, do things happen on their own? Um, you're pushed one way or another. You're like this force is pushing you in certain directions. Um, because I've been listening to Krishnamurti for about like 7 years now, and it's like I can't stop, And then Bhagavan, and then your videos popped up, and because some strange things have occurred, some supernatural things, and I never really understood what they were. They just happened. I never did any like spiritual work, but things seem to just keep happening, and uh, I see the suffering, that goes on, um, and nobody wants to suffer. It's just, I don't know what I'm asking. Um, sorry. Guess I'm just. It doesn't seem like I am doing anything. It seems like things are just happening. Is and then I'm this body is just going through things. Like at one point about 7, 8 years ago, this body was really falling apart almost to the point of death. And then this sudden insight came, and this big like wow moment came out, and everything froze. I heard like a beeping sound. All these eyes started popping up, and then I had a huge explosion from my body. I didn't understand what that was. And then I Googled it, and I tried to search, try to get answers. The only thing that I could find was that it was like Kundalini awakening, but I still don't really know anything like that, what it really is, besides just the things people say. So I kind of I don't know really what's going on, because like strange things happen all the time, and it's almost like, I don't know. And once the body catches on, it sort of like tries to, no, that's not it, don't worry about it, just go about your thing. And then I don't know how to explain it. Is that Kundalini thing like the ego more trying to become, and then the stuff that you're expounding, is that energy different, like of truth?
So this all is going on for 8 years, but you don't know what it is even now? You said you Googled, you're listening for 8 years to Krishnamurti. It's still not clear?
You have an idea, but how can you be sure? How can I really know anything? What can I say? Everything that you say, I've been listening to your talks every day for weeks now, and I finally got on the Zoom, and everything, it feels intuitive. Exactly what you're saying is what this body has been feeling in its heart, in the heart. It's, you have a family, a child, a baby. It's like, you do the duties, but then I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm asking. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just trying to understand.
Are you happy?
I'm neither happy nor sad. Every time I'm too happy or I'm too sad, there's always like ups and downs. So I just try to stay very quiet and still and just watch. Every time I used to be very neurotic, combative, fighting, and I'm not interested in any of that. I don't want to. I've been humbled a lot by life, in many ways, and it's for my best. I see, it's because it's put me in my place, and it's gotten me. There's been a quietness that sort of took over, but then it's almost like there's a fear, like not a fear, but it's almost like what is this all leading to? Because it doesn't seem like it's my doing, it seems like it's sort of just happening.
If it is not doing, then you should not be worried. When we do something, then we should be worried whether we are doing right or we are doing wrong. But if you are so convinced that it's not your doing, then why you are worried? Worry only comes when there is a doership. When there is no doership, there is no worry.
Yeah.
Just stay. Surrender should be complete. Half surrender is very dangerous. Some things, some glimpses, some experiences, something happening. But still, if we are not trusting it, then comes worry and fear that what will happen to me. So, me is there. To dissolve that me, you have to surrender that me. Give that what you're feeling is doing everything. Give it all the worries, everything to it. Surrender complete. When our surrender is complete, then there is no fear, no worry, no question, no doubt. You become one with that. That is what it is.
Before the Kundalini thing, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but the me left, right? And everything, all the memories I had, everything left. But I was in a very bad place in my life, unhealthy, going through just living a bad life. And then the me came back on its own. That's why, and it was very subtle, because when the me left, there wasn't and I don't know if that's a possible thing. I don't know. Maybe it was like whatever's going on is sort of, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I don't know how I left, like there was no me. There was nothing. I don't know how to explain it. It was just sort of just everything was happening. And then, but maybe this body had a lot of stuff that it was holding on to. So the me came back almost with a vengeance. And then it seems like whatever's going on has slowly, with a lot of love and care, been pushing me in this direction and putting me towards Krishnamurti and Bhagavan and now your talks. And I don't know. I really don't know anything.
When anything profound happens, then we should become more humble. Humbleness helps us to surrender completely to that. And I assure you, we don't lose anything in surrender. Whom we surrender? We surrender our reflection to our real self. The shadow of the body which we think we are. And as you said, the body has a lot of things to do. So the me came, and who cares about all these things? Me came, not came, went. Kundalini happened, not happened, who cares? Then I'm not the body. And
Thing is, I don't care. I don't care cities, anything. I'm not interested. I just want to live a good life. Yeah, I just want to do the right thing. I don't want to fight with people. I don't want to hurt people. I. You know, I just want to.
I'll tell you one thing, whatever ego wants to do good, eventually it always does bad. This is the habit of ego, because it only wants to satisfy itself. It don't want to get rid of itself. This is why Bhagavan has said that people used to come. This self-inquiry is not a usual technique in the world. Even in India, even Bhagavan times, even not now. You see, you give a technique to people. Your Kundalini will come, this will happen. Million people will follow it because they also want something. They are looking for something new, more attractive, more power. It feeds to their ego. But to say that who is looking for that, that has to vanish. Nobody will be interested. In self-inquiry, you only lose what you are not. And then what you are is always there. We don't have to find something new. The thing what is looking, searching, being good to others, being humble, you question that entity and that entity will dissolve because it's not there. It is only a thought. But can you believe this thought can make us in bondage throughout life? Because we don't question it. There is no subject and object here. There is nothing to meditate, nothing. There is no other. There is no me and then there is a self. The me, what I think, which has a story, experiences on all. The moment it is questioned, it disappears, and what is there is always there. We can't even talk about it because there is nothing to explain it. You can only experience in your heart. You can only know here. And when you know, no doubt, no question, no otherness, nothing is left. And that can be known when the surrender is 100%. If even a little bit of me is left, it will keep giving rise to doubts and some sort of a worry and what is next. So when something is happening to us, even without asking, even without practicing, we should surrender completely. That is what Bhagavan did. When he had the death experience, rather than resisting, rather than questioning why it's coming to me, he just surrendered. And that surrender was not that he decided to surrender, it just happened. And in that moment of complete surrender, the ego disappeared, and that self manifested in him not as a glimpse. Because when that experience came, his surrender was complete. So nothing left. Sometimes I see on YouTube and books, people have written all wrong about Bhagavan. That he went to the Arunachala, did lot of practice and then established himself in self. Nothing. It was all sorted out before he came to Arunachala in Madurai on that day. He was Bhagavan that time also. And because when he came to Arunachala, no work assigned to mind by him or by anyone, it was only self. So much absorbed that he didn't take any care of the body. And we, even after so many glimpses, he had only one. After so many experiences, Kundalini, we always take care of our health. Having organic, eating this, going to gym, walking, exercise, all body idea. All time I am the body. See the difference. The same grace came to him, same grace came to us. How we insulted that grace by still keeping the I am the body idea intact. His body was eaten by insects and scorpions. No food, no cloth, not looking for any support. Completely absorbed, complete surrender to that which came, visited him. It visits us and we call it an experience, and we keep doing our crazy, stupid stuff in our life with whole I am the body idea. And then it becomes a medal to us that this happened to me. I get experiences. As is that God, that divine is our slave. He is giving us and we don't even care about it. I'm saying this because even if we get this much of experience for a fraction of a second, this is the moment, this is the entry into the self. Give up everything. Don't hold, let go. Because opportunities comes rarely. God is knocking on the door and we call it an experience and we stay in our own way. How unfortunate we are. A true seeker, even with a glimpse, will disappear in that glimpse. Nothing will be left. This is what Bhagavan did, and this is what we all should do. Don't call it an experience or a glimpse, just merge in it. Finish your life in it. Finish your individuality in it. So no one is left even to say, Aham Brahmasmi. Only Brahman is there. There's nothing else except self. Be one with that. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arunachal Ramanaya. Shanti. Thank you, everyone.